Hello, I am Gamaliel Grootenboer, the photographer and creator of the photoshoot The Golden Plane. It started when I decided to take some time away from the city and I came to my hometown to spend some time in my parents' house, which is a beautiful place, great to take some inspiration. So I had all this time to imagine something and create something, and that's when I found this toy of my childhood, this like little plane, and everything came to my mind in that very second. Well, I already had a photo of a girl in a boat and a guy in a kite, so it came kind of natural to do this photo of like a guy in a plane. Then the heavy part came, how to build this plane. So I just started with hula rings that I just placed them one next to the other, and then I used bamboo sticks that I joined them with wire, and then I just put like little sticks that I also joined them with wire, and then I covered the whole thing with plastic, and then I put some sort of like panels. Then it came like the part where I was most excited to do the painting, because I just bought this pretty special painting, an iridescent painting. The instructions said that I had to paint the whole thing in black, so I did. And then I was like very excited with this painting and I painted the whole thing, and it was a whole disaster. Compared to the image of the store, and the result was completely different. I just had this like black plane, so it didn't work and it was quite expensive. So I just went to the store and bought like this golden painting that it didn't work as well. I just had like this horrible round plane, and then I just used like this regular cheap cans of golden paint, and that was what it worked, but I had something. Then I needed a model. I was worried about it because I was in my hometown, and I was on Tinder and I saw this like so beautiful guy, and I saw him on the street walking around being so beautiful, and I text him. Of course he didn't text me back. He was totally out of my league. Eventually I was with friends in a bar. We were talking and I was explaining them my project about this plane, and I showed them like this guy that I saw him on the streets and on Tinder. And one of my friends said, "Oh, I'm dating him." And I was like, "What?" So he invited the guy over, and he was like very lovely. He's from Switzerland. His name is Gaston, and he really liked my work, my photos, and he was like very excited to be part of this project. So that's how I found my model. Making the set took me quite a lot of time. It was a lot of gardening, like placing all the flowers. Finally, the day of the shoot came. It was a really cold night and it came really well. It was only the model, his boyfriend, and me. The boyfriend was like the assistant, and we had a lot of fun. We drank a lot of wine. It was really playful, and the shots came like very like natural and fun. And we end up like talking all the night. And at some point, the model asked me to model with him. It was the first time I do this, and I did it, and it was also really fun. And we had like some really like sexy, cool pictures. And we ended like the shooting like at 2 a.m. or something like that. It was late, so the model and his boyfriend, like they slept at my bed, like the three of us. It was so bohemian, and next morning I just like gave them like coffee. So it was like kind of like almost like romantic, but well, nothing really romantic happened. It was, let's say, intimate. I kind of see a story in the pictures. I see one story, but like the idea is that each person, every person that see the pictures, see something different. But what I see, the most obvious thing, like some guy that lands in like a magical place with like blue flowers, and in my imagination, he like finds this like red flower, and he falls asleep, and he has like a dream with like this other guy where he has like some kind of romantic like dream. Eventually he wakes up and he kind of decides to burn down this plane and just like walk and explore this magic weird lamp. Well, I love the pictures, but let's face it, the plane doesn't look really good and the background is just like a wall. So there is when the AI comes in, right? I use the Photoshop artificial intelligence to create this beautiful background of a beautiful forest, and then for making like the beautiful plane, I use something more advanced that is something called flux models, and I use them in some environment, a program named Stable Diffusion that is kind of like tricky to use. And well, there's the result. I hope you guys like it. As a final note, I designed and made myself the clothing in the pictures. It was like a phase I had of learning some fashion design, and well, I kind of really like these pieces.